From the outside, they looked perfect. A respected family, a religious home, a household many admired. People saw smiles, they saw success, they saw faith. But behind closed doors, there was fear, there was pain, there was silence, and eventually, there was death. This is the true story of a Nigerian woman who cried for help, but was not heard in time. This is Dark Africa Files. In many Nigerian communities, appearances matter. People respect religious homes, God-fearing families, couples who serve in church, families that look successful. This home was one of those. From the outside, everything seemed right. The husband was respected. The wife was admired. Their children were known. Their home was considered blessed. People pointed at them and said, "That is a good family." No one imagined what was happening inside. Behind the walls of that house, there was control. There was intimidation. There was violence. The woman suffered verbal abuse, emotional manipulation, physical beatings. But she stayed. Not because she wanted to, but because she was told, marriage is forever. Endure it. Pray more. Don't bring shame. She believed staying silent was strength. She was wrong. Neighbors began to notice strange things. Screams at night. Crying behind walls. Bruises hidden under clothes. A woman who was always quiet. Sometimes she appeared in public, with dark glasses, with long sleeves in hot weather, with forced smiles. But Nigerians know, when a woman changes like that, something is wrong. Still, nobody intervened. She called people, friends, relatives, spiritual leaders. She said, "I am not safe. I am scared. He might kill me." Some advised prayer. Some advised patience. Some said, "Think about your children." Very few said, "Leave." In our culture, women are often taught to survive pain, instead of escaping it. And so she stayed. The violence became worse. Arguments turned into beatings. Beatings turned into injuries. Injuries turned into hospital visits. She was weak. She was tired. She was losing hope. But still, she stayed. Because society told her, a broken marriage is worse than a broken body. That belief cost her everything. In her last days, she was visibly unwell. She struggled to stand. She could barely speak. But she was still at home, still with her abuser, still trapped. Some people who saw her said, she didn't look okay. But again, no one acted. And then, one day, she collapsed. She was rushed to the hospital. Doctors tried. Nurses worked. Machines beeped. But it was too late. She was gone. A mother. A wife. A woman. Dead. When the news broke, Nigeria reacted. Not just with sadness. With anger. People asked, what really happened? Why was she always in hospital? Why did she look afraid? Why did no one help her? Her friends began to speak. Her family began to talk. The truth started coming out. And it was horrifying. It became clear, she did not just die. She was abused. Repeatedly. Physically. Emotionally. Psychologically. The home people admired was a prison. The man people respected was her tormentor. The marriage people praised was her suffering. Nigeria exploded. Social media, radio, television, newspapers. People were furious. Women cried. Men were shocked. Parents held their daughters tighter. Many said, this could have been my sister. This could have been my daughter. This could have been me. It was no longer just her story. It became our story. The biggest question Nigerians asked was, why didn't she leave? And the answer is painful. Because she was emotionally broken. She was spiritually manipulated. She was socially pressured. She was afraid. She was hopeful. She was trapped. This is how abuse works. It does not always start with beating. It starts with control, then fear, then isolation, then silence, then tragedy. And then there were the children, left without a mother, with trauma, left with questions. Children who would grow up knowing, our mother suffered. That pain never goes away. This case exposed serious problems, religious leaders who told her to stay, friends who told her to endure, family who feared shame, a society that normalizes suffering. It showed us something disturbing. We protect marriages more than we protect women. And that is deadly. Domestic violence in Nigeria is real. It is not rare. It is not exaggerated. It is not foreign. It happens in rich homes, poor homes, religious homes, educated homes. Abuse does not respect status. It only respects silence. This story carries a message, a serious one. If you are in danger, leave. If you are being beaten, speak. If you are afraid, run. No marriage is worth your life. No reputation is worth your blood. No what will people say is worth your children becoming orphans. And to society, stop telling women to endure abuse. Stop spiritualizing violence. Stop blaming victims. Start protecting lives. Because when you tell a woman to stay in violence, you are signing her death warrant. This woman did not die because she was weak. She died because she was silenced. She was trapped. She was unheard. Her death was not an accident. It was the result of unchecked abuse. She smiled in public. She suffered in private. She cried for help. She was ignored. And now, she is gone. Not because she wanted to die, but because the people around her failed to save her. This is not just her story. It is a warning. It is a mirror. It is Nigeria. This is Dark Africa Files.